amazing match point. What athleticism.
And there you have it, your APTA national champions.
Best match of the year.
Brilliant shot.
Incredible stuff. And it's sitting up and he's right there.
Hello and welcome to the APTA Tour. We are live from the Glenview Club in Gulf, Illinois, bringing you the Chicago Charities Grand Prix event, which is the fourth stop on the 2022-23 APTA Tour, sponsored by the APTA membership, the APTA national sponsors Paddle Pro and Fusion, and local sponsors Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, Fusion, Wintrust, Viking. I'm Jerry Viant, along with Mark Fischel, bringing you the women's quarterfinals between Liz Cruz and Marcela Redesno versus Lynn Kiro and Lisa Lalich. And welcome, Mark Fischel, as we kick off 3 days of live streaming from the Chicago Charities.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to start, Jerry, so we're going to have to take a look at the draw later. This is Lisa Lalich getting ready to serve in the purple sweatshirt, and she is a tremendous talent who everybody's really excited to see, myself included. I've seen her play once, and she was just unbelievable. And her partner, Lynn Kiro, at the net, and then in the backcourt, in the white shirt and the white vest and the visor, the white jacket and the visor, is Liz Cruz, and her partner, who's currently out of sight, Marcela Redesno. 2020, we've got some national champions out here, Jerry.
So we've got a lot of racket skills on the court right here, Mark. Both Kiro and Lalich played on tour, and Cruz and Redesno, they're back together, the former partners on the Fed Cup for El Salvador.
And Jerry, the big question to me is how much paddle are Kiro and Lalich and Kiro comfortable playing, because Redesno and Cruz are really going to slow things down.
Yeah, but Cruz Redesno are going to play purposeful, well-placed, control the speed of play, and just, I don't think, I know they haven't played these guys before, so both teams are going to be a lot of feeling out to see where the holes are. And that's our umpire, Frank Willard, who is standing on the court.
The slot there takes us to 30-15. 15, I think it's 15-30 actually. We've got some lightning in the area. That's the reason umpire Willard is on the ground, not in the chair.
Yeah, happy to see that it's not raining, Mark. In our previous match, the players had to come off the court a couple of times due to the heavy downpour, but it looks like the court's dried up.
Shifting at the net early for Lalich, Kiro and Lalich.
Nice, solid start for both teams here.
And to me, this whole match, Jerry, is going to be about pace and tempo. The faster the points go, the better it is for Kira Lalic, and obviously the reverse for Cruz Rodesno.
So Cruz Rodesno breaks right off the bat for a 1-love lead. Yeah, see, Kiro Lalic will not be able to hit Cruz and Rodesno off the court. They're really going to have to be careful about where they place the ball and how much speed and height their overheads are in the screens, because both Cruz and Rodesno, a lot of their offense comes off of hard hit balls high in the screen. Cruz especially, she likes that backhand off the back wire.
Lalic drives the ball up at both wings. Turned around there. That ball might have caught the seam.
Got the nick. I think you Cruz and Rodesno go in there and say, test the screen work. Not just can Lalic and Kiro play the screens, but can they build the point off of the screen? Right now, Lalic is blocking a lot of the balls.
And do they have the patience to play the long points? And there's a great example of Lalic being a young player. She had a really good cross-court lob to Rodesno. Rodesno hit the cross-court overhead back, but Lalic reacted to it as opposed to seeing it first and coming over, and then she could have taken the two-hander right back at her. Instead, she was a beat behind in the point.
Right, well, that's seeing the plays, right? Using the lobs to set yourself up. And right now, early in their career, it might be more of a function of their lobbing because they can't drop. Regardless of the outcome for Kiro and Lalic, to play a team, you know, Cruz and Rodesno, they're not going to hit you off the court. They don't have that big thumping bullet that, you know, Nicolescu off the returner serve. But they're going to make you play. They're going to see a lot of stuff. Well, that was a sneaky little cross-court drive from Cruz.
And she's one of the smartest players in the game.
She's smart.
Didn't win three nationals because she got a good draw.
Right, she's smart, she's calm, she's a wonderful partner, she's always encouraging.
And we should add, she recently moved out to Saddle and Cycle in Chicago and is teaching out there now. And that's the reason she's not playing with Gabby Nicolescu.
What a fantastic serve.
What a fantastic
Hero.
return serve.
Have a look at it. Big serve, but that's going to get her in trouble. It's coming high off of the screen. That's exactly what Liz Cruz wants. That is her favorite shot.
And the backhand,
so
too, which loves.
Yep, she's going to have to dial that serve down. Try to keep it a little lower and with a little less pace.
But again, too hard on the overhead.
Yeah, you want to get your opponents hitting up off of the screen. Keep that ball low.
Right.
Cruz Rodesno off to a 3-love start. Marcela Rodesno. Marcela won the national championships in 2020 with Macy Elliott.
You see some of the difference in the teams. Rodesno anticipates that ball through, goes back and puts in play easily. So a couple balls driven through Kirill and Lalich, which they didn't retrieve. Not through their lack of athleticism, but through their lack of experience.
Oh, what a return of serve from Lalich.
Yeah, she just crushes the ball off of both wings.
It's a bit dangerous in that high bouncing ball. She took that ball just almost at shoulder height.
15-30. There from Kiro. Desmond can't handle the heat.
Same thing. It's a high bouncing serve. The receiver has the advantage. They're hitting down on the ball. Desno comes up with a serious knee bending low volley there.
30-all. I really like how Kiro and Lalich are talking a lot early in the match. Good ball there from Lalich, but not a ball you'd expect Liz Cruz to miss. And they're going into the Australian formation against Lalich. 30-40. Nope, misses the ball in the neck, and it's 3-1. Kiro Lalich looked much better that game to me, Jerry.
Yeah, you saw Rodesno just hesitated on that screenplay, took the ball too early and then popped it long.
There's for Lalich to serve 1-3, first set. This is Liz Cruz in the white visor. Over to it.
Yes, you're going to hear Liz Cruz calling all of those overheads.
Great hands from
Oh,
Kiro.
nice transition there. Good hands. Close the net.
Let's having a long chat. Jerry, is height an advantage or a disadvantage in platform tennis?
Pardon?
Is height an advantage or a disadvantage in paddle?
Yeah, I think it's an advantage. You don't have to take so many steps to go back to take the overhead
It makes the lower volley harder.
if you're off the net.
Yeah, I just watched Anton Maverick struggle a little bit.
Those quick little adjustment steps, get back behind those deep lobs.
15-40.
Game point for 4-1. It is the fault 4-1. 20 years, Paddle Pro recognized as an industry leader in platform tennis. The knowledge, expert advice, vast inventory, and ultimate customer service will help any player find the perfect equipment to take your game to the next level. Paddle Pro is the only website to carry all platform tennis brands. For more information, go to www.paddlepro.com.
Okay, this is Liz Cruz serving. 4-1, first set.
Really some very little in the way of adjustment from Kiro and Lelich.
Good move by Lynn Kiro there. One of the things that Liz Cruz does very well is she's pulled away from the net. If they take that drive and they drive it straight at her, her counter volley is always deliberate, slow, and 9 times out of 10, straight and deep. So she doesn't try to attack volley. She absorbs a piece of those drives, and she's going to need, they're both going to need to do that if Kiro and Lelich start really attacking the ball hard.
Lelich had them back and had Cruz back and chose to go Rodesna. Good pace and tempo to this point.
Yep.
A little kind of ran out of patience there. I always remember Brad Easterbrook gave a friend of mine a lesson, and he would say that sometimes you have to make 30, 40 good decisions to win a point. There you saw Lelich make a bunch of good decisions, but the last one wasn't there.
No, you can see these guys just need more time on the court, more experience. But wow, what racket skills they've got. Fun for the women's game. See, these overheads need to go deeper in the court.
There's some of that counter volume you talked about from Liz Cruz.
Yeah, she does it so well. Doesn't put her team in another shift by doing that.
And to your point earlier, Jerry, you really feel like they're lobbing because they can't drive. There's no strategy. There's no lob down the line, forced across court overhead. They're just hitting balls.
You know, that's all part of the learning curve of making that transition from tennis to paddle. It's such a small court. How do you open up the court? And at the same time, you know, if you're still learning how to read the screens and what direction to go in and get comfortable, then they're not at the point yet where they're building their points off of their screen work. So naturally, their strength is in their drives.
And in fairness, this is a tremendous team they're playing against. Cruz Rodezno, two of the smartest players, both former national champions.
Absolutely.
Not going to give them anything and know exactly how to exploit relative newcomers to the game.
Because they've been there themselves. They've come along this journey too. All right, Lynn Kiro serving 1-5 first set. Women's quarterfinals of Chicago Charities.
And there they catch Kiro not sliding over to the middle.
Oh, nice rip.
There was a nice down the line lob that opened up the forehand for Kiro.
Yeah, so on their service games, when they're at net, Kiro and Lilich, they've got to look to get their overheads in the last 2 feet of the court, rather than hitting so short in the service box. That's a better overhead. See, she's pushed out of the service box. And then these overheads, if they go into the screen, they've got to try to keep them below waist level, or Cruz and Rodezno will build their offensive attack off of that screenplay. Nice grab by Kiro there and controlled the speed of the volley.
Well, Lilich thought that ball was out. Great athleticism to recover. There's a great
pressure.
move.
Good pressure going forward. Caught Rodezno off of the net.
And sometimes all it takes is just one good, solid game.
Yeah. Well,
Get over
again,
that hurdle.
the pressure's on Cruz Rodezno. Now you gotta let that ball drop on the overhead.
Good serve from Kiro.
She's got a great
right
serve. I love
Yeah,
her
you're right
service
about her
motion.
Yeah, you're right about that, Jerry. Very, very fluid. Got to figure out where she can serve hard and where she can't. Because she misses that one by 4 feet after you complimented her.
It's always, right?
Always. Here she can fire that ball in as hard as she wants. Hit it to the side wire. 2 faults in a row. This is one of the problems of learning the game with your partner. There's nobody out there kind of steadying the ship. Mike Gillespie was such a great coach for some of the younger players coming up. I remember he played with Max LeBavere, but just no idea what he was doing. And Mike was just a great stabilizing influence. Helped him understand.
Little harsh.
Virtually no idea what he was doing. Absolutely no idea what he was doing. He's French, so why would you be surprised?
Well, you can get away with it because you're good friends. See, I like the overhead now that Lilich is hitting, where she's out of the service box. She's letting that ball drop low, and she's keeping it deep. And it's not an easy shot. I mean, she really needs to change her grip more to a continental grip. You know, she's kind of pushing it, and then you don't have the feel.
That takes us to set point.
Trouble.
Okay, game in first set, Kiro Lalich, 6-1. Fusion, proud partner to the APTA. Fusion curates what's next in branded gear and apparel for your company, your team, or your event. With a team of dedicated industry experts, Fusion curates high-end product selections for customization with your club logo, team name, or corporate identity. We create a stress-free shopping experience with custom online stores and a quick custom ordering to get the gear you need now without any hassle. Visit gearbyfusion.com and let Fusion provide you with the gear to fuel your brand. Okay, we're going to be right back after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel presented by CPTC.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
All right, we're back. It's the start of the second set. Cruz and Rodesno took the first set 6-1. I like the fact that Kiro and Lalich are chatting. Liz Cruz started serving. Good move there. You see Liz Cruz chose to stay back, take away the target. I think Liz Cruz really knows how to construct points. I mean, she can win from either side. She plays both, is just as comfortable on the do side as she is on the ad side.
Yes, she won national championships on both sides. Backhand with Anna Brzova and played the deuce side with Gabby Nicolescu.
That
Better
no
pace and tempo.
No pace, straight and soft. Got Rodesno to step in and hit a ball. She had to generate her own pace off of that. Oh, nice lob by Kiro there.
Such a smart play by Liz Cruz to stay back and not force it and try and get into the net again.
Yep.
Much better overedge here from Lalich.
Yep, she's really concentrated on keeping it a little bit deeper. So Desno trying to change it, make something happen. All right, break point opportunities here to get a lead in this second set.
Didn't seem committed to that swing at all. Kind of guided that ball.
Yeah, nice deep serve from Crusoe. Going for the nick.
Found it, and that's the ball Lalich will learn, that she's got to lean towards playing that nick. If the ball comes out the other way, her partner will be there.
I love, you can hear Liz Cruz saying you, and Radesno hits the overhead and it's in, and Liz says yes. It's just a running commentary. And it's smart because these guys are not a regular team. I mean, yes, they grew up playing tennis together and they did start their paddle careers together in Connecticut, but they have not played together for years. And that's a nice little roller that Radesno finds the nick. And that puts Cruz in a position to 1 point from holding serve here in the first game. You see the depth of the lobs from Cruz is forcing them out of the service box.
Desno wants that one back. That was a good look.
Again, it's that off-pace deep ball.
But Lalich almost got beaten by 3 nicks in a row.
It was Kiro to the rescue.
But if that ball had gone down the line, she wasn't in position to play it.
Better off let that hard ball go into the back screen and slow it down.
A really important game early in the set for Kiro and Lalich to find their way through at 15-40.
Well, that's a beautiful couple of forehands. Oof.
That catches the leg cord there. That helped. Radesno was in the perfect position to make that volley.
You could feel that happening. Waiting for that short ball. Just, I think Lalich needs to lob more down the line. See if she can create a little bit of movement from Cruz and Radesno. Maybe a little hesitation of who's going to take a lob. Right now, there's a lot of balls going cross court.
She's had some success doing that.
Radesno, yes, I was just going to say, Radesno should be blitzing on this. You can see the grip that Lalich has got, and she's being pulled out of the service box. She's been pushing all of those balls up. And Kiro needed to let her know. I could feel it. I thought before that Redesno was going to come in, make the blitz, or maybe Cruz could come in.
Kira was moving too much when Lalic is hitting the overhead. You can see her kind of moving to the middle of the court, moving back, as opposed to just staying in one position and focusing on the opponent so she can be her partner's eyes.
Yeah, they might want to try Kiro hitting some overhead, switching sides, and see. I haven't seen a lot of spin overhead. But I tell you, boy, they got racket skills.
Which is only about half the battle to become a good platform tennis player.
Yeah, this is their first year playing together. I think Kiro played last year with Petrini. See on that second court, Cooper and Petrini are up 6-3, but 1-3 in the second set against Morgan Sakura.
Rare missed return from Marcelo Redesno. So solid.
Solid, deliberate.
Smart.
Intelligent. Those small little adjustment steps from both Cruz and Redesno, getting back on those deep lobs.
And that's a ball that Lalic's going to learn is too dangerous to come forward on. The ball was too high. Cruz is driving the ball from almost shoulder height down and now forcing Lalic to make the first volley and unable to come up with it. So both of them moving forward there. There it should have been just Kira moving forward, Lalic staying back.
Interesting here that they're playing Liz Cruz in the deuce side. Oh, fabulous volley.
Oh, what a get.
All right, I like this play. It's got Kiro on the left hitting the overheads, keeping it on the deuce side. Longest point of the match, Mark. Oh.
Same
Well
mistake,
played.
though.
Yeah.
Good point to the last overhead.
Yeah, I like the strategy. I like the play. They got to feel good about that. They were hanging in that point. They just gave Liz Cruz the wrong ball at the end.
You can see Kira watching, number of times she's watching her partner, Lalic, hit the overheads as opposed to watching the opponents. Great ball
Yeah, you
there.
want to Want to keep your eyes forward so you can let your partner know if your opponents are blitzing or not.
Watch how frequently her head turns to watch her partner. Great ball there from Cruz. Well, Jerry, the good news is that you and Lila don't have to pay for this lesson.
Oh, I'm sure they're loving it too.
Yeah, I'm sure they're having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, I mean, what a great team to play against. Like I said, Cruz and Rodesno, they don't really overpower you. It's just their accuracy and their, the well-placed shots. They wait for the right ball and then find the opening, and they create the openings. They really know how to move the ball around.
Couple of big forehand returns.
Look at where they strike the ball on their return of serve. Love 40.
In formation against Lalich. There's an example of Lalich not sliding at the net as that ball was over on Rodesno's side. Got a slide to her left.
Big backswing on that takeaway there. Just caught the ball late.
And no target with Rodesno staying back. Clever to go with the let court winner on the serve.
That was a game where that if they could have just stayed with them, put the pressure on them.
15-40 in the first game.
Crawled their way out. Rodesno is rushing on her serve right now.
Obviously a little uncomfortable from the big forehand she's facing. Huge ball there, and they managed to pull the game out.
Yeah, that's a good break.
Game hero. Lalich. Cruz. And Rodesno lead the second set 2-1. They won the first set 6-1.
Yeah, sometimes, I've seen this before with Rodesno. She just gets a little too quick with her service motion and throws in some free points.
Hero and Lalich really need to play a solid game right here. You know they've got big forehands. You know they're going to have real good return of serves. Are they going to be able to mount some offense from the net and play a long, patient game?
Yeah, and they're going to stay with the strategy of keeping the ball on the deuce side. And I would keep Kiro on the left. Gotta control the speed of these overheads.
Great pickup. There you saw Cruz lobbing down the line, set herself up.
Well, Cruz has got to be loving seeing all these balls because she loves to build the point. And it's usually Rodesno who's the one that sees all the balls in the ad court.
Looking the volley there. Just can't hurry Liz Cruz up. A lot of long conversations, Jerry.
They got a lot to talk about. They're seeing a lot of stuff. They're making adjustments as they're playing the game, which I really like to see.
15-all.
A little lucky there. Big, powerful serve catches the The net will let it spin. Usually it goes out. Got to be careful volleying on the forehand there.
Ah.
Wow.
That's the ball that needs to go back down the middle. Running out of real estate.
That's just a matter of confusion. I mean, that's a ball physically she can make 100 times out of 100.
Well, I don't say, man, it's forcing their game plan of going back straight to Cruz. The angle's just not there. That looked like a little tired shot.
I don't know why she would have been staying back there against Cruz. She didn't have any problem serving to her that game.
All right, 3-1. Cruz Redesno. It's Marcela Redesno on the left at net.
Great volleying.
And a Nick swinging backhand volley cross court to the Nick.
High formation against Lalich.
It's the right play to let that ball go down.
Lalich looks very confused to me right now, Jerry.
Yeah, well, this is an experience that Cruz and Redesno have in all these situations.
She's got to learn to read that Nick going up the line and err on that side because there's nobody to help her if it goes up the line there. Great lob from Redesno.
And to me, Lily, she looked a little tired, and she's, seeing a lot of the play, seeing a lot of the balls. I would, if I was coaching them, I would have Kiro switch and take the overheads on the left. And I think, they had their most success when they're playing the ball straight to Cruz on the deuce side. But again, they're playing against a very experienced team. You see Cruz Redesno just making all kinds of tactical adjustments, playing the eye, switch, serving, staying back, letting the hard return go through, driving off the back screen, then coming up. They're just, it's attack and counter attack. Just that serve just sets up Liz Cruz's favorite shot, that high backhand off the screen.
wonder who we're going to see Liz Cruz playing with the rest of the season. I assume Marcella Rodez has been playing with Macy Elliott.
Yeah, I don't know what her plan is. She's played, well, she's won the first 2 tournaments out Chicago with 2 different players. She played, I think, Lake Forest with Caravaggio, and then she played one with Jacqueline Williamson and won.
Then she came east to play with Roxy and Ika in Philly. Well, that is her shot right there. And the winner of this match most likely to play Anika Nicolescu, which is looking more and more likely to be Cruz Rodezno. So it'll be ex-partners.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Cruz and Nicolescu won 2 national championships together.
I like this play. They just have to be careful of the speed of these overheads.
30 all.
So again, you see, it's not just the big hitting. They're not hitting the winners there. That's a well-placed shot. Got Liz Cruz to reach on that forehand volley. She read it well.
Think they know that Liz Cruz's backhand is better than her forehand?
I'm not sure if they realize also the speed of play. Going in high in the screen like that is just her favorite thing in the world.
Fantastic first volley there from Lynn Kiro.
Oh, what a crafty little forehand. She saw the opening and just pushed it cross court.
But that was just a brilliant point. She was lobbing Kiro back and forth, janking around like someone else I used to know played the deuce court, and then saw the opening and went wide with it. That point had a little Jerry V onto it.
All right, 5-1. Marcella Rodezno serving. Well played. Nice transition move there from Lelich.
It's such a smart bail from Rodezno. Knew she was in bad position. Didn't want to give away the point. Rodezno's really struggled with her serve today, Jerry, hasn't she?
Yes, we saw a little bit of this in Montclair, too.
Never a lot of doubt of what's going on with Liz Cruz.
Yeah, but then she just moves on.
Always. Short memory.
This would do a lot for Kiro. Let it go through.
15-40.
Kiro and Lelich, if they could grab this game here.
And there it is.
Yep.
5-2.
Cruz and Rodezno lead the second set 5 games to 2. They won the first set 6 games to 1.
Here, Liz Cruz, every point, every point.
If somehow Kira and Lalich could get Rodesno to serve a couple more games this set, they'd have a real chance to win it. But that seems unlikely to me.
Yeah, Rodesno needs to just put that behind her. Interesting to me, Mark, that Lailish takes the two-hander backhand overhead from deep in the court. Out of the deuce, coming from the ball coming out from the deuce side. As opposed to Kira dropping back and taking it with her overhead. And it might be a function of they just want to keep the ball going back to Cruz's deuce side, but she was trying to slash. That was a right shot.
Again, great job by Cruz.
Oh,
What a volley.
yeah, good grab by Cruz there.
A lot of three-quarter drives from Lalich.
Out of the deuce side. Oh, I love how she's opening up the court here. Just rush that lob.
Such a well-played point. 29 good decisions, and then the 30th wasn't there. 2 points from the match. Look at Lalich, hands on hips, hands on knees. Usually a time you're sign you're tired.
Oh, nice return of serve by Rodesno.
But again, Kiro's too far to the middle of the court and has forced it a forehand volley there. She should be stepping the other way, and that should have been a backhand volley. Double match point.
You see, that's the shot right there. I don't get why Kiro's not taking that.
I agree.
Especially, you know, with Lalich is feeling tired.
Got away with that one. It's too hard. 1 match point saved. And there you see, while Rodesno moved forward, Cruz stays back. She can't reach it. They play the ball. Supposed to have both had come forward, they'd have been in trouble. Liz Cruz is really moving them around, opening the court up.
Yeah, she enjoys the process of building the court.
And there she caught them moving
point.
forward.
Yeah.
Great lob from Lalich off the leg board. The Cruz just continually catches them moving. And there it is. Game, set, match. Cruz Rodezno 6-1, 6-2.
Yeah, well, listen, Kiro and Lalic, wow, what a talent. I look forward to them playing more tournaments, gaining more experience. You can see that they were absorbing and processing what was happening during that play. They just couldn't make the adjustments right there, but they're off a tough, solid team of Cruz Rodezno. I mean, they just didn't give them very many errors. The only thing, Rodezno was faulting just a little bit, but other than that, the style of play, the hard overheads into the back screen, high into the screen, just allowed Cruz and Rodezno to flow. That's the kind of way they like to play. They're not so much off of the deck straight up, but once that ball gets into the screen, forget it. And then they controlled the net, the speed of their volleys, their counter volleys going back instead of going side to side. So I believe, Mark, on the other court that we can see, they just split sets. Cooper Petrini got the first set 6-3, and Morgan Sakura came back and got the second set 6-4. And we're going to be back tomorrow for the women's quarterfinal at 9 a.m. Central. And we'll wait to see who Cruz and Rodezno, if it is going to be the partnership or not. We'll wait for that other match to come through.
Always a pleasure working with Jerry. Fun match. Fun seeing such tremendous talents. Kiro and Lalic, obviously great racket skills. Hope they're going to stick with it and figure it out, and it'll be fun to see them down the road.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, and that's a wrap. We'll see everybody tomorrow morning.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.